Please don't cry, sweetheart, tell me what happened. Mr. Ahmed knelt down beside the small girl sitting on the school's empty steps. It was late, everyone had gone home, but she sat there, clutching her pink bag, her tiny shoulders trembling as tears rolled down her cheeks. He'd seen hundreds of children cry in his 15 years as a teacher, but something about this little girl's silence, her lost look, made his heart ache in a way he couldn't explain. Did someone hurt you? He asked gently. She shook her head. Then why are you still here? Did your parents forget to pick you up? The girl hesitated, her lips quivering. My dad said he'd come, but he didn't. He never comes anymore. Her voice broke, and she buried her face in her hands. Mr. Ahmed felt a familiar sting in his chest. He knew the pain of being forgotten. His own father had left him when he was 10, and his mother had worked day and night just so he could go to school. He looked at the small girl, helpless, waiting for love that never seemed to arrive, and something in him couldn't walk away. He sighed, sitting beside her on the cold steps. What's your name? He asked softly. Amna, she sniffled. That's a beautiful name, he smiled. Tell you what, Amna, I'll wait with you until your dad comes. And if he doesn't, I'll make sure you get home safely. Is that okay? She nodded shyly. They waited in silence as the sky darkened. The schoolyard, once full of laughter, now echoed only with the rustle of trees. Mr. Ahmed offered her his lunchbox. You like sandwiches? He asked. Her eyes widened. I'm not supposed to take food from strangers. He chuckled softly. Then it's a good thing I'm not a stranger anymore. I'm your teacher now. For the first time that day, Amna smiled. A tiny, innocent smile that melted years of exhaustion off his face. He'd been struggling himself. His mother's medical bills were piling up, and his small teacher's salary could barely cover rent. Some days, he skipped his own meals just so his mother could take her medicine. But seeing Amna's smile, it reminded him why he never gave up on teaching. An hour passed. Still, no one came. Concern tightened his chest. Do you know your father's number? He asked. She nodded and handed him a crumpled piece of paper. He called it, but it went straight to voicemail. So he took her to the nearby tea stall and bought her a warm cup of milk. She sat quietly, watching the steam rise, her fingers wrapped around the cup. He used to come, she said suddenly. He used to tell me stories. But since mommy went to heaven, he just works all the time. I think he doesn't love me anymore. Mr. Ahmed's throat tightened. No, Amna, he said softly. He loves you more than anything. Sometimes, when people lose someone they love, they forget how to show love to the ones still here. She looked up at him, her big eyes glistening. Did you lose someone too? He hesitated, then nodded. Yes, my father. A long time ago. Did it make you sad? Very, he whispered. But I learned something. When you help someone else smile, it helps your own heart heal too. The next morning, a black luxury car pulled up outside the school. Mr. Ahmed recognized Amna running toward it, her face lighting up. The man who stepped out was tall, dressed in an expensive suit, but his face carried a deep sorrow. Amna hugged him tightly, and he knelt to hold her, his eyes closing as if trying to hold on to her warmth. Mr. Ahmed turned to leave quietly, but the man called out, Wait. Are you the one who stayed with my daughter last night? Yes, Mr. Ahmed replied simply. She was scared. I just did what anyone would. The man exhaled, guilt clouding his expression. Thank you. I've been a terrible father lately. After my wife passed, I buried myself in work. I thought money would keep everything together. But I forgot the one thing she left me that mattered most. Mr. Ahmed nodded silently, understanding the pain too well. The man looked at him, eyes softening. She couldn't stop talking about you this morning. Said you gave her milk and told her stories. You reminded her of her mom. Mr. Ahmed smiled faintly. She's a special child. She just needs her father to believe that too. The man hesitated. Can I do something for you in return? Mr. Ahmed shook his head. You already did. You came back for her. Days passed. But that wasn't the end. A few weeks later, a letter arrived at the school office. Inside was a note that read, Greater than, Dear Mr. Ahmed, your kindness reminded me of what my late wife always said, a good heart changes more lives than money ever can. I want to help you continue changing lives. Please accept this as a small gesture of gratitude, Faisal Malik. Attached was a check, enough to pay his mother's hospital bills and more. Tears welled in Mr. Ahmed's eyes. He looked up at the sky and whispered, "Thank you." Months later, Amna's father, Faisal, often visited the school, not as a businessman but as a father learning to be present again. He would volunteer for events, help paint the classrooms, and sometimes just sit and listen to the children laugh. The bond between him and Mr. Ahmed grew into a friendship built on loss, compassion, and redemption. And as the school year ended, Amna handed Mr. Ahmed a handmade card. It said, "You helped my daddy find his smile again. Thank you, sir." Mr. Ahmed blinked back tears. "No, Amna," he said softly, "it was you who helped all of us remember what love looks like." The story spread across the town, of a poor teacher who helped a crying girl, unaware that her father was a CEO. But what no one realized was that it wasn't just a story of kindness, it was a reminder that sometimes, the smallest act of compassion can heal hearts money never could.